Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Very good, thank you. We
Good to
also have
hear.
nice to hear you too. We also have Apolonio already waiting for us to
Oh
connect.
yeah,
So
okay.
I don't know if you can see him or he should be coming through the other.
I don't.
Oh,
All I see Ish for now. I don't see Apollonio yet.
yeah. Let me ask him to connect.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Let me do that.
Hey Ish.
Hey Jesse, how are you?
I'm well. Are you in Mexico right now? Or did you make your way back?
I am in Mexico.
Oh, nice. Where exactly?
I'm gonna be well. I'm gonna be wiping my sweat down after during the meeting. I'm in a tropic area in Mexico. It's on the coast. It's called Manzanillo.
Okay.
It's in Colima, just south of Puerto Vallarta.
Just south. I was wondering where it was in relation to that or Mazatlan or because that's all pretty
Yeah, yeah,
tropical.
it's
Yeah.
like right, probably about 2, 3 hours south. I
Oh,
hadn't been
pretty
here
deep
before.
then.
What's that?
It's pretty deep then. You're pretty,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's a small little state, but it's like super tropical here, and it's like so humid right now. And well, it's been humid our whole state, but yeah, I'm just sweating like left and right like, all day. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it just because you wanted to be in a smaller town or your family, your wife's family?
no, my we're staying. Our trip is
I
focused
guess
over.
Apolonio connected already, right?
Yes, he's on now.
Our trip's actually focused 6 hours from here in the state of Aguascalientes, where my dad lives.
Mhm.
My my brother and his wife decided to organize my nephew's first communion ceremony here in Mexico. And so our little family joined them, and so our base is where we're staying with my dad at his house. But my brother had planned this little getaway for a few days and invited us. So here we are. We're heading back today.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, it's very nice. Very the building structures look a lot like Santorini. But
oh really? Okay.
yeah, yeah, but it's like
Well, that's
super
nice.
humid.
That's something you don't hear about a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of it, but got here and I was like, oh, this is cool. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun with all the kids and but I'm hoping I've lost a couple pounds while I've been here, just
Just sweat it
drenching all the
out.
water.
That stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adriana, yeah, I started interpretation. So Upload just has to join on his end.
Yeah, so but good to see you all. All right. Yeah, how you been, Jesse?
That's good. I'll see you in Sacramento in two
Oh,
weeks.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. You're
Sí, ¿tú me escuchas?
good. Sí, sí, sí lo escuchamos.
Ok, ok.
Sí, sí, bienvenido. All right. Were you able to reserve your room through the reservation link?
No, just because they only did Kings, and I'm bringing my family. Either way, we're staying at the hotel. We're paying just a little bit more. It's fine.
Oh,
But
they
yeah,
only did Kings. That's
yeah,
right.
they only did Kings. That's the cost. And I emailed you too late because then I got your, and it's not totally not, you're traveling, but like I asked if there was like a contact there, but you were already traveling. So then we just ended up it's not much more. I think it's like $40 more per night, which
Okay.
is minimal. So yeah, and if that's the price of being able to be with my kids and have my kids, to your point, be able to see their
Yeah.
aunts over the long, like it's a small price to pay. So yeah, we'll be there, but we'll be in the same hotel too. We'll just be in a room outside the
Different.
block. But if
Got
you could
it.
somehow
Well,
get credit, if you want to somehow get credit and tell the Hyatt that booking's under you, we're happy to do that too.
okay. Yeah, I will ask about that. I may get back to you on that because I think that may have caused an issue for a couple people that are bringing family along,
Mhm.
and it's keeping our obligation number somewhat low. So I may follow up with you next
Yeah,
week.
if
Just
you need to, seriously. I'll send you the reservation I made, but you guys should get credit for
cool.
that.
Great. All right. Well, that sounds good. But I'm glad you're going to be there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad to catch up with you. I'm sure there's a lot you're doing, a lot of little
Yeah,
projects. I'd love to hear more.
for sure, for sure. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I see there's a few people here. Hang tight. Well, it's just Apolonio. Okay, it's just Apolonio.
Yeah, just for a minute. Yeah.
Apolonio, ¿cómo ha estado?
Permíteme, a ver. Oh, sí, estoy muy bien, gracias. Es con un poco de calor, pero todo bien.
Ah, muy bien. Sí, ha estado caliente esta
Gracias por
semana.
preguntar.
Sí, sí, claro. It's been warm this week, from what my family tells me. Really warm in
Ujú.
California.
Sí.
Yes, it has been warmer. Obviously not as warm as the Central Valley, but yes, it's still we were in the low 90s, mid 90s over the past few days. So I'm sure it's triple digits in the Central Valley.
Yeah, I was supposed to be up in the hundreds this week, so we
Ooh.
went from dry heat to humid heat over here, and but can't escape it. It's great. You said you're gonna head over to Fairfield for a couple days?
Yeah, we'll do it on the front end of the trip. And we'll see them. Yeah, back in Fairfield, and then we'll obviously head up to Sac.
Very nice. Cool. It's good. You get to see your family.
Yeah, exactly. It's convenient that way.
You know?
Ok.
Are you gonna try to come down to Disneyland before school starts?
Yeah, yeah, we definitely will try to do that. So, I may hit you up and say, hey,
Yeah, for a quick lunch.
let's go grab a lunch or something. We're due
Yeah,
for one.
yeah. Just let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have a colleague down there now, and not in North County. He lives down in San Juan,
Oh, okay.
Capistrano. Mark, he's our contracts person with the
Mm.
Oregon. We do have officially an Orange County person now.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a bad
Yeah.
place to visit also.
Yeah, no, that's a nice community. Yeah. Yeah. How's the team doing? Jeff doing okay?
Yeah, I think everything's going well. Things are going. Maria's great. She's doing great. And so, yeah, I think she's, multiple years in, we're rolling as a team on a lot of
Good.
front.
Very
Well, more
nice.
always
And I'm
grateful
sure
for
she
Maria.
and I'm sure she has shared about her upcoming nuptials at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, all that planning.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
exciting.
for sure. When do your kids start school?
Only
August?
my eldest. He'll start August 10th.
August
Uh,
10th? Okay.
yeah, the younger one still isn't in school yet.
Still daycare?
Yeah, my wife takes care of her most of the time, but she's 3,
Gotcha.
so next academic year she'll be going to a TK.
Nice. Oh,
She'll be
she's a fall baby?
March. That's why she is. So my son was, so that's why he didn't start until much later because he's on the cutoff date. He's on the front end of the school year, so she'll go younger to TK than he was. He was like the older kid in TK. She'll be one of the younger kids in TK.
Got it.
Yeah. What about your daughters? What
Okay.
grades are they in?
Well, kids are growing.
Hey, Maria.
So the oldest is gonna start fifth grade.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Maria. Yeah, the oldest is starting fifth grade, and the little one will be starting second.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're at same school, and then their three cousins that we're on this trip with will all be at the same school as them this year.
Nice.
So it'll be fun. Yeah, your son is what grade now?
He's
Second?
gonna enter kindergarten.
Oh, kindergarten. Okay, I don't know why I thought he was a little older.
Yeah.
So he's five,
Yeah, exactly.
five, and your daughter's three,
Yeah, 3.
5 and 3. Oh yeah, still little.
Yeah, still very young. They're getting there. Obviously, Maria has elder kids. You're they're a little bit older, but yeah, you guys all
Yeah,
you guys all been there and done that.
Yeah, I have 20. So Echo's almost 21.
Wow.
I know.
Good for
And
them.
I don't think I told you that they're graduating 1 year early from UCI.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
No, I know. I could
That's
never.
really that's really good.
Yeah,
It's a lot of savings
saving
on
some
money,
money.
a lot of money and time being saved.
Exactly.
Oh, well,
Exactly.
congrats. Congratulations.
Thank you.
They must have
Good
really knocked it out of
morning.
they must have really knocked it out of the park in high school with all the AP classes and stuff, dual enrollment.
Yeah, so we ended up doing not dual enrollment through the school and not AP. We opted for one at a time, like one or two classes at a time throughout the 4 years. So it added up to 24 units by the end of senior year. That
Oh,
helped.
very
Yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, congrats to them.
Well, just Maria, do you guys see the full screen or do you guys see like the notes version?
I
I
see
see
the
the
full
full
screen.
screen.
Okay, then. Just I see the screen. I just want to make sure that you're seeing the right screen. Okay, then. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
up,
we got
but obviously we got time.
yeah.
But just let me know. I'll drive the presentation,
All
and I'll
right,
let.
thank you,
Yeah,
Jesse.
and yeah, and then the link I sent you, Jesse, for the slides is the most up to date. I added some pictures to the Cambodian family slide and then some notes that or updates that Natalie needed to make on one of the slides.
Okay. Oh yeah, I used whatever link you sent this morning.
Okay, perfect.
Attendees.
All right, well, good morning, everybody. We'll get started here in a couple minutes. Just sit tight while we get a little bit more of a critical mass. So we have our colleagues from Charitable Ventures here. Good morning, Hossein. How are you?
Good morning, Ish. Good morning, everyone. Jesse,
Good to
Maria.
see you.
Yeah, so glad you made it back home.
Yes, yes, we did. It's good. Happy to be back.
You were like this close to having to ride a bike from the East Coast.
Yeah, getting ready, warming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started looking for places to live over there.
Maybe
Yeah,
in
and
the
as
future.
always,
Yeah,
thank you to Adri for her translation support. Thank you very much, Adri.
Yes, she's so helpful.
Yeah, we've got folks are starting to join us. Good morning, everybody. As you join, feel free to drop your introduction in the chat. Let us know who you are, who you're with. Um, and continue to use the chat during the course of the meeting for any questions you may have, comments you may want to share. And also come off mute when we get to portions of the agenda that welcome questions of our presenters. But thank you all for being here this morning. We appreciate your time. All right, we'll give it about another minute and then we'll jump right in. And Maria will be dropping the agenda in the chat as she usually does. She's done it once already, so as folks join, that'll be dropped in there. So you have easy access to the agenda for today. That includes the whole agenda packet for you all. So welcome. And feel free to continue introducing yourself in the chat so your colleagues know who you are and who you're here representing. And if any of you are here for the first time, on behalf of a colleague, we welcome you and appreciate your time. This is our latest edition of the Orange County, California Jobs First Collaborative meeting. And we will be going through a series of updates and presentations today, and there'll be time for questions for all of you to drop in the chat or either come off mute or make sure they get asked. Okay, well, it looks like we have a pretty good critical mass here. We're going to go ahead and jump in and get started. My name is Ish Herrera. I'm your facilitator of these meetings and have been for, I think, since their inception. It's good to see you all in this warm July. We're going to jump right in, and if you're just joining, go ahead and continue to drop your introduction in the chat. Let us know who you are, who you're here representing. And we're going to get started here. Maria will be dropping the agenda packet maybe one or two more times for those of you who have joined so you can follow along. But we're going to get into agenda item number 2, which is an update on contracts related to round 1 and round 1 through round 3 of Catalyst. And as we've been doing with the last few meetings this year, we give opportunity for these regular updates to take place. And project awardees have joined us to issue updates on where their progress is, any challenges they may be confronting, opportunities for collaboration with any of you. And they've been very helpful in getting these projects moving along. And so at this point, I want to jump into our first round of updates. Again, these are projects and contracts that have been awarded between rounds 1 and 3. And the one thing I just want to flag and note is, as we do with every meeting, is questions and comments related to this portion of the agenda on contract updates are reserved for the collaborative members only. We kindly ask that folks who have questions hold those questions until the presentations are completed, and then we'll make some time for Q&A for all of you to ask some questions. So with that, I am going to turn to our friends and colleagues from Charitable Ventures. We have Hasiel, who is here with us, and then his colleague Natalie, I think, will be joining in some of the comments as well. So Hasiel, let me turn it over to you.
Excellent, Ish. Good morning. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get started. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hasiel Sanchez, and I'm the contract administrator for the California Jobs First Regional Investment Initiative, Catalyst program at Charitable Ventures. I work alongside the risk and analytics manager, Natalie Nguyen, who is also on this call. It's nice to meet with you all again. Like last time, we'll be sharing updates on awardees from rounds 1 through 3, including contract commitments, fiscal status, and performance, as well as next steps to support subcontractors. This will take about 5 minutes, and then we'll open it up for questions. So let's dive in. Next slide, or there we go. All right, so in total, we've committed $9 million across 46 projects across these 3 rounds. Round 1 has committed approximately $3.4 million to 14 projects. Round 2 has committed $4.6 million to 18 projects, and round 3 has committed approximately $1 million to 14 projects. We also want to provide an update on no-cost extensions, or NCEs. We received applications from 33 of the 46 projects, which represents more than 70% of awardees. Each application has been followed up on and is being reviewed to confirm that the updated or remaining scope of work, along with available funds, supports the proposed new timeline. At this stage, we are reviewing all submissions and confirming details directly with each awardee as needed. Once reviews are complete, the final step will be to issue contract amendments for approved extensions with timelines extended out up to November 30th, 2026. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. And now let's talk about where we are financially, specifically how much funding we've distributed and what remains available. Please note that the figures shown here are current through May. June reporting is still being finalized and is not yet reflected in these numbers. For round 1 of the approximately $3.4 million awarded, we have sent out over $2 million, leaving approximately $1.4 million remaining to be distributed as projects continue their work. For round 2 of the $4.6 million awarded, we've sent out around $2 million to date, with approximately $2.6 million remaining to be distributed. Round 3 is our newest, and out of the approximate $1 million awarded, we've sent $385,000 so far, with approximately $604,000 remaining. These numbers are tracked closely, and we're monitoring cash flow and payment schedules to ensure subcontractors receive timely reimbursements. Now I'll hand it off to Natalie to go over performance.
Thank you, Hasiel. All right, let's take a look at performance. How are we doing in terms of contract timelines and fund utilization? So round 1 is the furthest along. Approximately 83% of the contract period has elapsed and 59% of the committed funds have been sent. Round 2 is also moving forward with about 78% of the contract period elapsed and 43% of the committed funds sent. And finally, for round 3, about 75% of the contract period has elapsed and approximately 39% of the committed funds have been sent. These figures are based off the May report and do not yet account for the no-cost extensions. As discussed earlier, the no-cost extension process is intended to support projects that need additional time to complete their approved scope while ensuring the remaining funds align with the updated timeline. For those awardees and subcontractors that did not apply for the no-cost extension, their work will need to conclude by September 30th, 2026, so about 2 months from now. We'll be working with those awardees soon on the contract closeout process and to make sure that final reporting, invoicing, and any remaining requirements are completed smoothly. We are continuing to encourage steady, thoughtful spending with a focus on making sure funds are used effectively and in compliance with the program requirements. In terms of support, a training session was hosted in May for all program partners. That session covered reporting requirements, budget tracking, and change requests. We will also host another training session in August for anyone who missed the May training, as well as the projects that are completing or ending their work in September 2026. Our goal is to continue improving the pace of spending while maintaining quality, compliance, and clear communication with awardees. And with that, I'd like to end off to the next slide, passing it back to Hasiel. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. So let me go ahead here. All right, so on the last slide, thank you again to the collaborative for your time and attention to this matter. This work is important and we truly appreciate the time, care, and thoughtfulness you continue to put into supporting these projects and the broader goals of the California Jobs First Regional Investment Initiative. We look forward to sharing more updates at the next collaborative meeting. In the meantime, please feel free to reach out to us at subcontracts@cvforgood.org if you have any questions. Thank you.
Great. Thank you both, Hasiel and Natalie. Appreciate the timely updates. I wanted to open it up for some questions from collaborative members on the content you just received. Any questions or comments? Feel free to come off mute or raise your hand and give you the floor, or you can just drop your question in the chat as well. I'm not seeing any questions in the chat. Anybody want to come off mute? Okay, well, we will proceed then to item 3 on today's agenda, which is project updates from rounds 1 through 3 for the Catalyst projects. And this time we're going to allow, as we've done in the last few meetings, we're going to invite the sector investment coordinators to provide some updates on these projects. But however, we're going to take a different approach with today's meeting because of the volume and the number of Catalyst projects. There's 46 of them across the 3 rounds of funding. What we've done this time instead is we have selected a series of projects that were identified based on notable milestones, have made some significant progress, or have other updates that could be of value to the entire collaborative. And so rather than trying to rush through all 46, we're going to try to take a different approach and do a deeper dive on several of these. And so this will allow us to get a little bit more meaningful content from the sector investment coordinators, and then we'll create some additional time for questions and discussions with this approach as well. And so we anticipate highlighting more of these projects in the September meeting. So if a project you really care about, you're involved with, isn't discussed today, just know that there'll be more reports and more detailed updates provided in September. So before we begin, I'd just like to remind our sector investment coordinators who are here to help with the presentations to keep each project update to about 3 to 4 minutes so that we can get through as many of these as possible. And this will make sure that we have enough time for questions. And Jesse will be advancing the slides, and just let Jesse know when you want to go to the next slide. He'll be doing that for us today. So to begin us in this section of the agenda for today's meeting, we're going to start with Larry. Larry Holt is here to present on 3 projects. So Larry, let's turn it over to you.
Good morning, and thank you for the notes on time as well. So I'm with Octane, and we're overseeing the MedTech and semiconductor plans. And so I'm reporting on a couple of updates there, and one of those is the SEMI Foundation is doing work on semiconductor workforce development in Orange County. This is a fantastic California organization that has done some great work, hosted a tremendous event in person here at OCBC's office, I believe. They also moderated a panel for us that engaged additional employers. And there's kind of an ongoing focus to making sure that there's both entry and mid-level. And so while the engagement is strong, the objective is trying to reach many employers. So I think that's the one thing I would highlight is still actively looking for semiconductor employers, despite some great partnerships and launches here in Orange County. There's, I'm sure I speak for many on this call. There's never enough industry engagement. So that about covers that. I'll quickly show the next slide. And this is some of their outreach to Cal State Fullerton that they have highlighted from their report as well, securing internships for semiconductor employers, a tremendous learning opportunity for our workforce. Next slide. And this is the Life Science Career Fellowship, and this has been a great success. And I just want to kind of quickly highlight, something from their initial grant application, which was, the goal was to connect underrepresented students, veterans, early career professionals with MedTech mentors. And, they recruited and confirmed 10 fellows and 10 mentors, had 5 structured learning sessions, and in June held a capstone event, kind of graduating those fellows. So that, Biocom Institute is another great statewide California organization, and this program was tremendously well received. Next slide. And finally, they are also pursuing a MedTech workforce needs assessment. And so they have published and promoted this employer survey through many channels, including Octane and OCBC. They currently have 12 company participants and have brought on additional staff to help in that quantitative and qualitative reporting. And they plan a MedTech town hall in September. Next slide. And so their ask and challenge is, they're trying to, engage with more employers as well. There is a QR code here. I don't know if that shows up through the screen or not, but I'm certainly happy to distribute this document to anyone that wants to see it. So that's really my report, and thank you for allowing me to share these updates.
Great, thank you, Larry, and thanks for modeling such great timing on your presentations. And we can't see the QR code, so for those of you who are interested, go ahead and take a picture of that if you want to get more information. All right, well, thank you, Larry. We're going to open it up for any questions that folks may have of Larry. Comments or questions? We may have time for a couple. Feel free to come off mute, raise your hand, or just drop it in the chat. Okay, I don't see any in the chat. No one with their hand up. Well, compliment in the chat for you from Kevin Lee. Great presentation. So kudos. All right. Well, thanks again, Larry. We're going to, follow-up question from Kevin. Can you put the link in the chat? Question for you, Larry.
Yeah, can do.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. Well, thanks again, Larry. We're going to move on to our next set of projects, and we have our friends from Adelante Partners. I believe that's usually Frankie, but Frankie, if you're here or some of your colleagues are with you, we want to turn it over to you to give an update on 2 specific projects that you're here to give us info about today. So let's turn to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'll be presenting this just myself today. Well, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Francisco Barajas. I go by Frankie. I'm with Adelante Partners, Inc. And today I'll be reviewing 2 of our contractors that we have been working with, one of them being the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Education Foundation. So they're working on leading the development of the Orange County Small Business CDFI. Their work over the last reporting period has been focused on building the infrastructure needed to launch the fund. They've continued developing the CDFI, participated in Cameo CDFI training, and advanced the conversations with the EDA and their potential funders. They've also been interviewing loan servicing partners, and they finalized much of the loan underwriting process, while still continuing to establish the separate 501c3, while still trying to strengthen their governance and strategic partnerships. The next phase for them really is about getting the organization launch ready. Their priorities do include continuing capitalization and fundraising efforts and finalizing the loan servicing partnerships, while still, again, trying to advance their overall CDFI readiness and moving into their their CDFI readiness. They have applied for a no-cost extension, and are hoping to get approved, so that our next goal together is to help them map out the remainder of the activities through November. Overall, this project is progressing from the planning into the operational readiness. So much of the foundational work has been completed. So again, they're now just focused on securing the final partnerships and funding needed before the launch. The next slide, please. I'm
So it's
missing
gonna
a
be
slide
the
for
Cambodian. Yeah, it's the Cambodian family one, Jesse.
The previous slide from this one?
Yeah, Frankie, we had put the chamber one first and then the
Oh,
Cambodian. So
there we go.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought we were going to start with the Cambodian one, so that's why I was prepared for that one. And then okay, cool. So the Cambodian family, they're working on a care path initiative, which focuses on building more equitable direct care workforce. Since our last update, they've successfully completed the workforce training for 51 participants, which is a significant milestone because of the focus now shifts from training into actual employment outcomes. And I believe Jesse and Maria might have attended the graduation for those 51 participants. So just want to give a round of applause for going from building the curriculum to recruitment and actually successfully getting 51 participants to graduate the entire program. So right now their team is working on supporting participants as they transition into employment, while also preparing the next phase of the project. To be quite honest, the Cambodian family was quite on task to complete everything by September, but with the no-cost extension going to November, that gives them more time to actually provide the support for getting people employed through their 51 graduates. So this also, the next phase also includes the Direct Care Workforce Action Group, and strengthening the peer support networks that they have, so the participants can continue to receive the assistance beyond the classroom. So looking ahead for their priorities are pretty straightforward. So launching the employment support services that I mentioned, continuing employer engagement, tracking participant outcomes, and assuming that the approval of the overall no-cost extension happens, beginning those extension activities as well. So overall, they're in really, really great position with just having completed the training component and are now moving into the implementation of getting people employed. And that concludes my presentation. Happy to answer any questions.
Great, thank you, Francisco. And any questions for Frankie in the chat or hand? Oh, we do have a question. I see a hand. Vatana, please come off mute.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you so much, Jesse and Frankie, for the update. Just excited to share that after 51 participants right now, 37 have been employed by IHSS and also other caregiving company. So it's just only about 4 or 5 weeks after the graduation. So a lot of them have been employed. And our goal is right now to not just get employed for a few months. Hopefully they can be employed for a long term.
Mhm.
That's why we want to make sure that the caregiving action group can support each other, making sure that continue to stay employed, help them with, understand their worker right and everything, as well as part of the program too, so that they can be employed for long term. So just want to share that quick update. My staff just gave me the number yesterday, and we're so excited to have this kind of success for the community, and looking forward to continuing this program even beyond the grant period, beyond November. So that's what we aim for. Thank you.
Great.
you,
Thank you
Ana.
for those additional comments, Fatana. Any other questions for Frankie related to the two projects that he presented? Any questions in the chat? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions in the chat or any additional hands, so we'll go ahead and move on to our next set of presenters. Thank you again, Frankie, for being here to give us an update on the wonderful news taking place with your projects. I invite now Evan, Josh, and/or Paulina, who are with Marathon, to take the floor and give us updates on two of their projects that they have been working on. So if you are here, please come off mute and jump right into your presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Can everyone see me and hear me?
We can, yes.
Awesome. Great to be with you all. Evan Gordon, Marathon Communications. I'll be here to provide an update specifically on the Common Good project. Just a friendly refresher real quickly. This project is a first of its kind, publicly owned workforce reentry campus. It's 4.5 acres located in the city of Orange, adjacent to the 22 freeway, and right sort of on that stretch of the Justice Center. There's a Theo Lacey facility. There's a juvenile detention center. There's a jail, mental health facility. Or you might know it because it's across the street from In-N-Out and the outlets. But it's an amazing project. It's going to offer vocational and workforce training, educational programs, and it's also going to have on-site retail, a cafe, and maybe most importantly, 52 units of short-term housing to help some of these individuals rebuild their lives. Hire is the nonprofit hub for integration, reentry, and employment that is going to be doing all the programming. They're incredible. Megan and her staff do great work, and it's been an honor to work with them. But first and foremost, Marathon's primary deliverable was to develop a Common Good website, which is now complete and live. Please check us out at ocommongood.com. And our role was really to shepherd the website from concept to completion, drafting the copy, outlining the organization, hiring, interfacing with the subcontractor, and seeing it through to execution. And again, it's live now. This was all done in close coordination with our awesome partners at the CEO's office. And the county, I got to give a shout out to Curtis, the county's graphic designer. He was responsible for the Common Good branding and really helped the website create that look and feel of the branding that the county wanted. Accessibility and compliance was a main driver. I'm not going to get into the weeds. And while that created some initial challenges, all has been resolved, and the team is very happy. So that's awesome. Now that the site is live, the focus has transitioned to handing over the reins to the county so that they can maintain the site and update it with new content when Marathon's not around in a few months. So everything progressing great with the website. Again, ocommongood.com. Check us out. I'd also like to share that on June 24th, the team hosted a project groundbreaking at the property. We had probably around 75 attendees. We had speakers. We had Michelle, the county CEO, outgoing county CEO. We had County Supervisor Chafee, County Supervisor Foley, the City of Orange Mayor Dan Slater, of course, Megan, the CEO and founder of Hire, all spoke. The event was great. It was the perfect way to really kick off construction and make the project feel more real. We are targeting Q4 of 2028 for project completion. So all of that is really exciting. The project is happening and moving forward. It's an amazing project. Next steps for us with the group is to start implementing an outreach strategy that will help Hire and the CEO's office with fundraising. Again, this is a publicly owned project, sort of similar to Homeboy Industries if you're familiar in Los Angeles, but this is publicly owned. And I think one of those key strategies is driving people to this new website. We got to build awareness. They're not going to be able to raise funds. They're not going to be able to really engage folks if folks don't know what Common Good is and what we do. So driving people to the website will be key. Obviously, we'll want to start meeting with key stakeholders. We put together a prospective donor list that we want Hire and the CEO's office to meet with. and we'll help shepherd those to the extent that they need our assistance. And again, really just about building awareness for the project during this lengthy construction period. And I think lastly, Marathon Communications has a media director, and I think that we will be working with him to try to generate some positive media, which will help build awareness and hopefully drive donors to check us out and support. So that's my update. Things are progressing great, and it's been a pleasure working on this project, and I look forward to finishing up our role in the next few months.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any questions for Evan on the Common Good project or comments? Feel free to raise your hand, come off mute, or drop the question in the chat.
Appreciate everyone listening to me.
Great. Thank you, Evan. Let's move on to the next presentation related to Store One in the city of Anaheim.
Hi, everyone. My name is Paulina, and I work at Marathon, and I am working on the Store One project with Josh Foster as well. So Store One is a hub for culinary entrepreneurship and workforce training as well, and it's also about creating a space for the community to enjoy through various programming as well. So right now with the project, it is in its quiet phase. So we are really focused on helping out Store One kind of transition into its public phase next year. So just an FYI for everyone, internally there is a construction delay. So Store One is actually working on updating the project itself. So far we have developed over 30 pieces of collateral. And here are some images. So right here is the Store One branding, and this is used in social media. And then to the right in the red is a recipe card, which is used for print. So on the front it is the ingredients, and in the back is the instructions. And then on the bottom here is a page from the project booklet. And we actually updated the rendering as well to the right. And we really worked with Store One on updating the branding. So that took a few weeks in that process. And then Josh Foster is going to go over the next steps.
Morning, everyone. Josh Foster, working alongside Marathon with Store One here. And so, like Paulina mentioned, we're really in the quiet phase right now. As they're trying to really figure out the next steps for construction itself. It did give a lot of runway to be able to really hone in on the branding and start to bolster what's happening with the actual fundraising side of it. And so, as you can see, a lot of the great things we've been working on here. And so, next step, we're leaning into finalizing the draft of the campaign booklet, leaning then into updating the design of the feasibility study, and then really refining the collateral to prepare for implementation in 2027 as they go from the silent donor phase fundraising into really more outreach and trying to get as many people aware about this as possible. But it's been a great project so far. The Store One team has been awesome, and really looking forward to seeing them get into the next phase so that more people can be aware of this project and we can really make this happen. But it's a really familial type of setting with the type of collateral and branding that they've been leaning into that we've been helping them with. And as you can see with the community recipe cards and things like that, the purpose of it is to get as many local stories as possible so that everyone can start to get behind the plan that is going to be a great community outlet for those here in Anaheim. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to field those.
Great. Thank you, Josh and Paulina. Any questions for Paulina and Josh on the Store One project in the city of Anaheim? Any comments? Feel free to come off mute, raise your hand, or drop your questions or comments in the chat. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments in the chat. Does anybody want to come off mute or offer some commentary? I'm getting a lot of, several comments about just how great it is to see these projects advancing and good work being done all around. So kudos to the Store One team as well on that. Okay,
Awesome.
well,
Thank you very much.
not seeing any comments or questions. We're going to go ahead and advance. Thank you, Evan, Paulina, and Josh, for giving us an update on those two wonderful projects. Keep up the
pleasure.
great work.
Thanks for having us, Ish.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we are going to actually pass it over to our colleague Maria Linares, who's going to provide the rest of the updates. Jacqueline, who has been with us a few times to talk to us about the projects that you see on screen, wasn't able to join us. So Maria is going to do that on her behalf. Maria will walk us through the milestones and the updates, and then we'll pause for some questions after she's done. So Maria, let's kick it over to you.
Thanks, Ish. Hi, good morning, everyone. So we're going to start off with the project kinship slide. So we're going to talk a little bit about the accomplishments, challenges, and needs, and then priorities. The accomplishments, they completed their first kinship grinds training with 2 participants. They received the coffee cart already and advanced the website and the business setup, and then confirmed a September event. I don't have details about the September event yet, but I am communicating with Project Kinship leadership, and they have let me know that they'll send me a calendar hold. And then they've also interviewed coffee cart lead candidates. So they've completed their cohort 1 so far. And then challenges and needs, attendance was lower than expected with only 2 of 7 registered participants attending. The program still needs to purchase a van and will be rethinking participant screening. I have talked a little bit with some of their staff, and they are going through a rough time this year, not at all related to the project, but just some challenges within the community. And so that's kind of why some of the people didn't or weren't able to attend the coffee cart training, more on the personal side. But there are no concerns there. And then priorities, one of the priorities is for them to hire the coffee cart lead and then also recruit participants for the next training cohorts, and then finalize the website and business systems ahead of the September hands-on event, building on last month's cart delivery and cohort launch. If you're interested in perhaps attending one of the events, feel free to email me, and then I'll send you information on that. Do we have any questions on this slide or any comments, feedback?
Nothing in the chat yet. Anybody want to come off mute or raise your hand?
Okay, I don't see
No, I
anything.
think you
Maybe
can.
go to the next slide.
Yep.
Okay. So just checking that we have the right slide on the screen. So accomplishments, they successfully hosted the OC Business Expo, which was huge, drawing more than 1,200 attendees and expanding visibility across Orange County. Reach was also expanded by translating key childcare documents into Persian language. And then some challenges and needs. There is an increasing need for internal capacity and bilingual Persian-speaking staff to manage outreach and also provide technical assistance to childcare providers, and then small business owners across the region. The org needs funding also to hire more staff to deepen the work. So that's something that is a challenge for them, but they're working on as well. And then priorities, scaling the Tavon initiative and identifying sustainable long-term funding sources that can support continued growth, expanded outreach, and deepen bilingual service capacity as the program scales region-wide. And that is it for these 2 projects.
Great. Thank you, Maria, for sharing today.
Yeah, I see a message from Kevin. I'll get that information for you, Kevin. I'll send you an email and see if they're looking to hire anyone other than a coffee cart lead.
All right, thank
I'll
you.
email them today. Mhm.
Other comments or questions in the chat, or anybody want to come off mute or raise your hand to make any comments or ask Maria
I
any
have a quick
questions?
question, sorry.
Oh, please, by all means.
Um, on the Iranian Chamber, Maria, I know you're saying that they want to hire new staff internally. Do you think there's a desire for them to leverage expertise in the community to support childcare provider, or do they want to build that internally and just have somebody on staff to do that?
I'll reach out to them directly and see what their thought process is about that. So just so you all know, the slides that I'm presenting are based on direct communication from Jacqueline. So because she is out of office, I'll reach out to the Iranian Chamber lead directly, so I can get that answer for you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, thank you, Christina, for that question. Any other questions or comments related to these two projects? Okay, I'm not seeing any in the chat or anybody's hand raised. So I think it's a good moment to transition to the fourth item on our agenda, which is an opportunity for any of you collaborative members and beyond, sector investment coordinators as well, but for any of you to provide any announcements or updates to your fellow collaborative members, to your peers, that you'd like to invite them to events or upcoming workshops, things in the community. Now's the chance to share that here with the group. We have a substantial time left here to do some of that. So who'd like to jump in and share something that's upcoming or some milestone or accomplishment that took place in your county? The floor is yours if you want to come off mute or do it in the chat. Go ahead, Anna. Welcome.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I apologize, I only caught the last of the meeting. But it's great to be here, and I wanted to share an invitation. So I'll put the Eventbrite, I hope it's the right link, in the chat. Some of you might recall that there is a project in Santa Ana that was supported by the very first pilot, the economic development pilot of this initiative, when it was called Community SURF, Community Economic Resilience Fund. So we were recipients of that early grant. 3.8 million went to build this site. I'm here today. It's called La Colmena. It's an urban farm and cooperative hub, and we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary since its launch. And we also have a report that we're going to be publishing and launching that day. So it's an invitation to everyone to come hear panelists. It's going to be like a fireside chat. We hope that you can hear from many of the voices that have made this possible. And there's also going to be a documentary, a short documentary screening. So we're really excited to get the word out so that, everyone who is interested in, thank you, Haizut, in this type of work, about community ownership and economic development in a way that's driven by impacted communities. We really hope that you'll come and that you'll spread the word as well.
Great. Thank you, Anna. What a wonderful milestone for your efforts. And thank you for the invitation to celebrate alongside of you.
And then I can send the link with the recap email, Anna.
Thank you so
sent that
much.
to me, so I'm
And
happy
thank
to.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Natalie, for dropping the link as well. Bye.
It looks like you already have some registrations for your event. Zoot, do you want to talk about Octave? Maybe come off mute. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so we started the collaborative and newsletter called Octave for the tourism leadership around Orange County. We have over 100 people, tourism leaders that are reading it and using it, and it will be transferring to the Cal State Fullerton's Center for Entertainment and Hospitality Management under Jim Lake, who was former general manager of Disneyland and former president of SeaWorld. He runs that center now, and he'll be running that after we complete our work in September, and we're having a changeover meeting with our quarterly meeting on September 9th in person there with some refreshments. If anyone would like to join, please either contact me or Maria, but probably me. Maria's doing enough. You do everything, Maria.
Thank you for the recognition.
Zoo, can you drop your email in the chat then for people to contact you directly?
Yes.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Zoo, for that information. Vatan, I see you have your hand up. Let's turn over to you.
Thank you so much. Just two quick announcements. The Cambone family is also providing worker right education and training. So if any of you has worker who are newly employed or even regular worker need to be trained about that right, we're happy to provide that training. Not just at the Cambone family, we also go out to the community, maybe at your location. We also able to provide the English, Spanish, Korean, Cambodian, Vietnamese, and other and Farsi language as well, and basically understanding about their rights, as a worker. And this is in we got the support from the California Department of Industrial Relations for this grant as well. Second thing, we also providing housing navigation under the CalAIM community support. So this is only for CalOptima member, mean that they have to have medical. So any medical member or CalOptima member who have some affordable housing support, we are able to provide them with that support, meaning that we help them with housing navigation, provide them transportation to go apartment hunting or housing hunting. We have them fill out the application with the landlord, help them understand about their credit score if their credit score is low. Also, we help them up to $5,000 of one lifetime support. They can use that 5,000 either toward direct deposit, not deposit, sorry, like housing deposit, meaning that their first month of the rent, or their security deposit, or using to buy furniture, like if they move into a new place, like those who are at risk of homelessness and they have no fridge, no couch, they can use that $5,000 toward their housing deposit and housing support as well. So if you know anybody who is part of the medical member or CalOptima member, feel free to reach out if they encounter any homelessness issues, and then we can help them to figure out those kind of housing support. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vatana, for that update and that invitation. Other comments or questions from the group?
Not to put
Announcements?
Karen on the spot, but she did have a pretty successful event yesterday that I was at, and I'd love for her to come off mute to talk about it.
Thank you, Maria. Yes. Hi, everyone. Karen Palumbo with OCG. Last night we had our mega mixer in partnership with 1OC, AFP, and OCNPN, all the acronyms. And it was our largest ever. We had 340 registrations come to this huge party, which is really just that, a celebration of our nonprofit and philanthropic community. So if you were there, thank you for coming. If you missed it, make sure you come next year. And it was really it's our summer version of our community engagement opportunity. And then since I'm talking, our fall version is our summit, which registration is now live. So if you didn't make it to this one, make it to that one. We'll sell out at about 500 for that one. So thank you, Maria. I hope those who came had a really good time. It was a hot but fun party.
Yeah, it's grown. She mentioned that they started in 2018 with 10 attendees. It's definitely grown.
Kudos and congrats to the success of that event. Other announcements or critical information anybody want to provide? Accomplishments? Whether personal or organizational, those are both welcomed. All right. Don't see any in the chat. Anybody have their hand raised? Want to come off mute? Okay. All right. Well, the only other thing to do to give you back some time is adjourn this meeting and remind you that our next regularly scheduled virtual collaborative meeting is on the calendar for Friday, September 18th at 9 a.m. The meeting invites for 2026 have been issued by Maria earlier in the year. For some reason, you don't see it on your calendar. You don't see anything for September 18th. Please reach out to Maria. That way, we make sure that you have credentials you need to be there. But unless there's anything else, just want to wish you all a great Friday, and hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Keep up the great work out there.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.